Hi, folks. Glad to have you with us here. You're watching the East quarterfinals of the NBA Cup. We're excited to bring it to you. Here with Grant Hill, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Tonight, we've got a special treat. Our NBA insider, Shams Charania, sitting in with us as well. Shams, glad you could be here tonight.
Of course, BA. I'm glad to be a part of this crew. This is a pretty big-time group I'm a part of right now, BA.
Yeah, well, good luck getting the word in, my friend. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for MP.
Over the last 10 games, he's been on an absolute tear, finding all kinds of ways to be a thorn in the opposition's side, just working on offense and getting the looks he wants out there.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Inside, they have Giannis and Turner. Jackson out there with Anthony. And it's Trent in at the three. And for the Heat, we've got Simone Fontecchio. MP is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Adebayo in at the five.
Here we go.
So Miami wins the tip. Now MP, coming off a solid outing against Sacramento. The three. He buries it from three.
You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
Anthony outside. Pass to Turner. Antetokounmpo looking it over. From outside, off the mark. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. And their ongoing winning streak has been the top story in the league lately. A stunning 23 straight victories so far.
Well, it's really unbelievable. I had a 10-game win streak with the Magic as a head coach, and I'm trying to imagine more than doubling that kind of a run. It's really unthinkable, the amount of consistent good fortune and effort that it takes to do something like this.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The Heat making their last shot. Back to Anthony. And the one thing you hear about in hoop circles, the weak link theory. You familiar, Shams?
Yeah, you know, it's an idea that to win nowadays, you can't have a weak link for the other team to expose. You need guys that can play both ends of the floor, guys that can play defense, guys that can also spread the floor, but aren't a liability on either end of the floor. So we saw that in the NBA Finals, two teams clearly stacked with guys who play both ends.
Here's Anthony, following the three-point basket by Miami. Trent outside, takes the three, and it's MP with a rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Hero finds MP. Miami moving it around. Shot clock at 6. The three is up. Giannis with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
There's Jackson with the three. Connects from downtown.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Trent outside. Pass to Anthony. And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media, the RSN, the Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2K TV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
And Milwaukee has possession. Following the three-point basket by Miami. Antetokounmpo, bam!
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Bird passes to Jaquez. Fires the three. And MP with a basket on the assist from Jaquez. MP's got 9.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
It's stolen by MP. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Sacramento played some superb basketball. He finished with 60 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Yeah, spot on, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Ware's checked in for Miami. And he's good on the second. Shams, we've heard Commissioner Silver suggest that with the global audience for the game, team market sizes matter less to free agents.
For most players, it's about winning, and then secondarily, where they'd like to live. The financial aspect of market size is not as relevant as it once was. Money still does talk, though.
That might be one of the biggest changes in the game over the last few decades.
BA, you can win and succeed anywhere.
And it's Bird missing. And so Anthony will bring it up for the Bucks. 9-point game. The Heat beat them last time when those two met in Miami.
They were out-hustled on the boards the last time these teams met.
Playing some bully ball inside. Giannis using his size and frame to get his finish.
Now here's Adebayo. 13 points in the win against Sacramento. Back to MP. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta. Bird's got 12.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Turner. Jackson surveying the D. Trent for 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. He's got 6.
How's that for a response? Love seeing Trent Jr. come right back and drill the revenge triple.
Jaquez, the pass to MP. Adebayo against Turner. Here's Bird. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 14 points for MP.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Trent for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami leading by 9. MP outside. Hero outside. And here's MP from outside. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
Now here's Anthony. Turned in an outstanding game against Detroit. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Jaquez. Here's Prince. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Portis, the pass to Kuzma. Rebounded by Jovic. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's MP from outside. And again, it's Miami from deep.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Portis. And he misses his first shot.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Heat out in front, up by 15. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a look now at how...
It's a way to wear your opponents down, force them to operate deeper into the shot clock, and really it's a way for teams to leverage their length, their depth, their athleticism. You are seeing it used in different strategies.
Tyler Heroes checked in for Miami. MP comes in for Mitchell. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis. Gary Trent Jr. comes in for Green. Jackson, he's checked in for Prince. And Cole Anthony subbed in for Harris.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Kuzma outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. And Kuzma good for 3. Kuzma's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Back to MP. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Adebayo's got 3 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 21. Antetokounmpo outside. And Shams, a favorite topic in the NBA rumor mill is league expansion. What have you heard, my friend?
Well, B.A., I still think we're a little bit ways away. The NBA and the Board of Governors continue to evaluate the potential for expansion franchises in the NBA. They have not made any firm decisions yet, I'm told, but this is something the NBA is continuing to find numbers, to evaluate the pros and the cons, potentially adding 1 or 2 more teams to the NBA.
And maybe we think about that inside the U.S., but it could go global as well.
Seattle, Las Vegas, Mexico City are really the 3 cities at the forefront of these conversations.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, "Before I was really serious and quiet. Now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight." Back to you, B.A.
It sure does. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Back to MP. The 3. The rebound by the Bucks. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So for Miami, Jaquez comes in for Adebayo, and Fontecchio subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. Turner, he's checked in for Milwaukee. .146 left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Ware. Miami moving it around. MP, the pass to Jaquez. From deep, MP. And that one goes. Now 10 for 13 on the night.
Woo, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
And Shams, as always, it was a pleasure to have you with us here tonight. Thanks for making the time, man.
Of course, B.A. Call me anytime. Let's do this again. I'm always available for you, B.A.
Best to call, text, email, or send a snail mail.
All of the above.
Always a pleasure to hear from Shams. He uncovers some stories that no one else is privy to.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of his reporting. He's a tireless worker, very detailed, and his integrity is second to none.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Trent. From behind the arc. Jaquez grabs the board. Miami leading by 20. MP outside. Fontecchio, the pass to Bird. The 3-ball. And again, it's Miami from deep.
He's having a remarkable first half from three-point land. He's been dialed in since the moment he stepped on the floor.
Antetokounmpo outside. On the wing, Anthony. There's the 3. Unable to get that one.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Miami out in front, running away with it. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Simone Fontecchio out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then it's MP. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Turner, a screen on Jaquez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Some room here for Anthony. Good! And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Anthony's got 7 points.
Working off the ball. Anthony looking comfortable from that spot.
Pass to Jaquez. Back to MP. To the wing, right side. Lets it go from deep. And the Heat, another 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. MP finds Jaquez. Back to MP. Launches it. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
Well, Anthony's showing us the spring in his step.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game of the Nets. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them. Let's go with a 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now. And the Heat's Eric Spoelstra, now the longest tenured head coach in the NBA stand.
His 18th season in this role, been with the Heat over 30 years, having gotten his start in Miami as a video coordinator, and this run is the 3rd longest all time after Jerry Sloan and Greg Popovich.
Turner, a screen on Jaquez. 6 to shoot. Out to Anthony. There's the triple, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in. Antetokounmpo has got 3 assists in the game. Miami leading by 20. Outside Adebayo. From deep, MP. Good! Another from 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. It's Anthony on the take. Over MP. Anthony misses. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Fontecchio outside. Pass to Hero. Outside Jaquez. Adebayo passes to Jaquez. A deep 3 from MP. Rebounded by the Bucks. Now here's Antetokounmpo, a proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game. 3-pointer, Anthony. And Fontecchio pulls it down. Heat leading by 23. MP looking around. Miami moving it around. Hero, the pass to Bird. Releases. And he gets the jumper to drop. Bird's got 42 in the game.
Well, they keep going to him, and he keeps delivering.
The Bucks have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Trent outside. Back to Anthony. Stolen by Hero. Pass to Bird. Now Fontecchio. Outside Jaquez. Now MP. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep. Bird's got 14 points here in the second half. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for Miami?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
And Milwaukee decides to take their first time out here. And the Heat with some changes. Ware's checked in for Jaquez, and it's Andrew Wiggins in for Fontecchio. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Kuzma's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Anthony, the pass to Turner. Jackson with it. Hero picks him up. Trent from long range. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
Hero against Anthony. Pass to Bird. From downtown, connects again from distance. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
MP against Anthony. And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So for Miami, Jovic, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Larson comes in for Tyler Hero. And Mitchell subbed in for MP. Milwaukee also changed it up. Portis, he's checked in for Trent. Prince comes in for Jackson. And Green is subbed in for Anthony. On the wing, Kuzma. Checked in for Larson. And a new group getting ready for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis. Gary Trent Jr. comes in for Kuzma. Jackson, he's checked in for Prince. And Cole Anthony subbed in for Green. MP finds Mitchell. Back to MP. From deep. Oh, another one falls!
Putting on a scoring clinic.
Hey, it's become an old habit. He's tied for the 4th most 50-point games in a single season.
Think about this. This is his 9th 50-piece, tying the great Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe's 10 is next up at 3.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, inside they have Giannis and Turner. Anthony is out there with Jackson, and it's Trent in at the 3.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Anthony with a bucket.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Out left to the wing. Back to MP. On the wing, Mitchell. Pass to Jovic. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, MP. And again, Miami with a triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And here's Turner. Jackson outside. On the wing, Anthony. Trent for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Wiggins from long range. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Exclamation 3 from Wiggins.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. And Again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
MP outside. Pass to Jovic. Lets the three fly. MP shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Anthony outside. Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by MP. And that one drops. Antetokounmpo has got 6 here in the quarter.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Heat.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're going to battle hard.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
He misses the free throw. Stan, how about Bucks coach Doc Rivers? This season has moved into 6th on the all-time wins list.
Well, B.A., an amazing accomplishment for Doc Rivers passing George Karl. And within reach now of 4th all-time if he can stay at it a little longer.
Looking at who's out there now for Miami. Johnson, he's checked in for Jovic. Larson comes in for Wiggins. And he can't hit the second. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
Miami's gone 4 of 9 from three-point range in the 4th. MP outside. 4-3, and again for 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Mitchell, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ware brings a double. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
So no problem for Miami as they get the win, showing the rest of the Eastern Conference what kind of team they're going to be this year.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do in the semifinals. The NBA Cup has a way of humbling teams.
And now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
MP, you've talked about wanting to string some wins together and also the need for your team to have a strong rebounding presence. What's your take after tonight's efforts?
Me and the guys, we're happy with the win. One of our goals is to be an elite rebounding team, win the possession battle on the boards. Tonight we had some success with that, but we all know there's room to grow.
I hear that, MP. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Over to you, B.A.
As always, thank you, Jennifer. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.